But I just love, Love Island, because I'm writing this UK show, which, like I said, writing dialogue for me is very easy. But all of a sudden I'm writing as British people, which is obviously more challenging when I'm not there. And I've been there 3 times in my life. So,
sure.
But watching Love Island, I was like, talking to all my British friends, I'm like, is this real dialogue? Are people saying this? And I don't know if you ever saw that SNL sketch that what's her name did, Fleabag. It was genius where she did a Love Island spoof. It was so funny. But
I'm gonna have to look that up.
Oh my god, it is hysterical. And that's the thing, because I'd be watching. I'm like calling my British friends. I'm like, do you guys all say this? Like, we got great crack, we got great banter. All of this stuff, is this real dialogue?
Do you find it hard, like, translating? Like, what would you say because I even think this is relevant from any perspective, translating your stuff so it connects on a worldwide level. And there's definitely different cultural elements that you have to include for it to work with an American audience, to work with an English audience. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, what would you say? And I think that applies to product as well. Like, there's different things that people look for. What is it on your mind when you're doing that?
I don't think about that, and I have some British writers I'm working with, so they'll come in and tell me, we would never say that, or we would never say this. But I think human stories are human stories, and that's the first thing you got to find. And then you can craft the dialogue to go, okay, they wouldn't say it quite like this, but still stories are the same, So, and I've always been a fan of British comedy and drama. That's stuff I've watched my whole life. John Cleese, who was also on Entourage, was, and you were talking a different Holy Grail, but I actually watched. I watched Monty Python and the Holy Grail in the last couple of months, and it still holds up like perfectly. And I still say the same line. My girlfriend doesn't know what the hell I'm talking about. Like, with the Meghan Markle interview came on, I'm like, she's like, do you like her? I'm like, I didn't vote for her, and she has, which is a line from Monty Python and the Holy Grail. She has no idea what I'm talking about, but I think that type of humor always, Fawlty Towers was my favorite sitcom when I was growing up, even though there's only 8 episodes of it. I watched them 1,000 times. So I love the way the Brits speaks to me. That being said, when I'm writing it, I still have to throw it through a filter, because unlike Entourage, which was New Yorkers, which I know like the back of my hand, it's a little different.